Body cam footage shows the aftermath of an enraged and wealthy driver who rammed his Porsche into a traffic control construction worker.
He comes to a stop, and then I'm like, all right, back. So I stop like this to stand in front of him, and then he continues to accelerate into my legs.
Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Pam. So today I'm reacting to a arrest. Those are my favorite kind of videos. People getting arrested, people who break the law, of course. So this millionaire, this like rich old guy, kind of hit someone with his car. So yeah, the police found him and they arrested him. So let's watch.
Body cam footage shows the aftermath of an enraged and wealthy driver who rammed his Porsche into a traffic control construction worker.
He comes to a stop, and then I'm like, all right, back. So I stop like this to stand in front of him, and then he continues to accelerate into my legs to get me to move out the way, and he's like looking at me like yelling, and that's when I got mad. I was
you're yelling at him to stop.
Yeah, I'm like, you need to stop. Yeah, but he did like. I understand when somebody lets go of their brakes and then their car hits you a little bit. This dude pushed my legs in with his car, like
with a push.
Nah, trust me.
But the car definitely did hit you.
But he hit me like he stepped on the gas to get the fuck out of his way, and that's what he was implying.
Even after, I know this is stupid because we're between this is a crash hit and run, and between this is like an aggravated battery with a deadly weapon.
Yeah, so
it goes from one criminal charge to another criminal charge.
So I had him.
I'm just trying to make sure I have all the elements.
Yeah, so I have like the whole crew of people that seen it down there because they was all on the equipment, so they watched all of this go down, and they were like, "Yo, what the f is he doing?" So I said, "Stop."
Yeah.
He pushes his car right up on my legs and tries to move me out my way, and then that's when I'm like, "Yo, you're seriously gonna fucking hit me with your car right now?" And then he's like, "Oh, like I need to go and turn left here. Like I need to turn left." And I'm like, "Bro, I don't care. You're not gonna hit me with your car trying to move me out your way." And then he was like, "Oh, I didn't mean to. And I was like, "No, bro, you." That's not.
So you let him know.
Didn't mean to.
He hit you.
Yeah, I let him know. I let him know that he hit my legs. Yeah, and then he drove off. So.
All right. So it sounds like this is more of an aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. Is that how you want to pursue with things? You want to pursue with charges for that?
I mean, to be honest with you, yeah. I just don't have any I'm not physically hurt. So I mean,
at least he's honest.
If we have witnesses and you're saying that the vehicle did touch you.
Yeah, 100%. Like I'm not down with you on that at all. That dude drove his whole hood into my leg and tried to push me like with his car for a second, and I was like, bro.
All right, you can use the back of my car. I just need basic information here at the top. Just explain the whole segment. You're here directing traffic, and then what happened after that. I mean, be as clear as like the stuff I told you to repeat. Just kind of repeat that in there.
After finding the location of the possible suspect at a nearby home, an officer checks with the residents there.
You Donald? The Donald that resides here that drives that?
Yes.
Come here. Where is he? Is he friendly?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a big dog.
Alright.
Okay, here.
Come here. Hello. How are you? Good. I just got some questions for you today. Before I ask the questions, I gotta read you something from this card. I'm Deputy Lane with the Flagler County Sheriff's Office.
Look at him acting like he doesn't know what's going on or what he did. The acting skills.
Here, investigating an aggravated battery. I have to read you the back of the card now. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be used as evidence against you. Do you understand these rights?
Sure.
Okay. With these rights in mind, are you still willing to talk to me?
Gee, I don't know. I don't even know what this is about.
I said it's in reference to an investigation for an aggravated battery.
Me?
Yes.
Yes.
Again, I don't even know. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Charlie 111 Flagler. I'm 1012 with my suspect. I mean, it's a yes or no. Are you still willing to talk to me?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I don't know what we're talking about.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. So earlier today, were you driving that Porsche?
I was.
Were you on Camino del Rey with all that construction going on?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
Do you mind just telling me what happened with the person directing traffic, if you know what I'm talking about?
I do. I think I do.
Oh, okay. Wait. So I thought he said he didn't know what this was about. So he knows what this was about. Okay, let me shut up.
There was a lot of commotion. Traffic was going through real fast, and a lot of different things going on. So I said, "Can I go straight?" And he said yes. So I went straight and then come back down so I could turn into this, make a left turn in there because they weren't allowing us. You understand? we're talking about, okay.
Yeah.
So I went that way, and sure enough, there was a lot of traffic there, so we waited. So we all waited a little while longer, and finally it went to slow in that lane. So I pulled out, and what you're talking about, there was a fella, when I started going down, hoping that I'd get down there and make that left turn, because all this equipment was parked there. So when I went down there, I could see a fella come out. There was one guy on the left, and another one came out on the right side, and he came running up to me like this, and he ran up to the hood of my car.
Yeah.
And he ran right up to the hood of my car.
Yeah.
And he hit my car. I was stopping at the time. So I walked around to the window, and he says, "What are you f***ing trying to run over me?" And I said, "No, I'm sorry if you thought that. I was stopping. You ran up to my car, and I was moving slow. I mean, it was maybe 1 mile an hour because we were almost stopped. I didn't hit that person, if that's what you're going for. He ran right up to the car and hit the front of the car.
So that it wasn't your intention to hit him?
Of course not.
Because, I mean, he's claiming that he had you stopped, and then you revved your engine and went into him, and I have 2 witnesses also corroborating that story.
Other workers there?
Yeah.
No, I never. He came right up to me.
I don't know. What do you guys think so far? He looks to me like a very impatient man. And I mean, I want to be fair here. I don't want to obviously just, judge this guy because just because he's rich or whatever. But I don't know. He looks like a very impatient man to me. So.
With you?
No.
It was just you? Okay.
And he came right up to me, and I think he hit the car, and he said, "Stop." And the car might have moved right there. He was running.
Oh,
I mean, he was not running fast, but he was coming up there like that and out of the car. And I mean, why would I run over somebody? I mean, that's just somebody maybe is looking. I'm driving a nice car, maybe taking advantage of the situation.
I could see if he just claimed that we had no other witnesses, but I mean, the other witnesses' stories were almost exactly the same, and I spoke to them, separately, making sure I'm doing my due diligence with the investigation here. And they both described the same exact incident, that you came out into oncoming traffic, not listening to them.
It wasn't on.
I know, it's not oncoming. No, I know it's not oncoming traffic. It was down to 1 lane, but it was still a lane that you weren't supposed to be in at that time. And they said you were impatient. You came out and then you stopped.
Looks very impatient.
He's waving you down, told you to stop, and then he's waiting for the other traffic, and then that's when you hit him with the car.
There was no other traffic, and I didn't hit him with the car. He ran up to the car. I mean, with the confusion going on, the car couldn't
Yeah, but
run
I'm
so
sure
bit,
you.
but nothing like I gave it the gas and tried to run him over or anything like that.
That's not like a manual transmission or anything like
Pardon
that.
me?
It's not a manual transmission. It's automatic.
It's automatic.
Okay. All right.
They had all sorts of aggravated people trying to turn around in the road, trying to go that way.
All right.
It was a
If
mess.
you wouldn't mind with me just standing at the end of the driveway, we're going to have the victim come and drive by and see if he can identify it. So if you wouldn't mind just standing over here in the grass.
Okay.
Maybe he was hurt or something like that, or
He's not claiming he was hurt, but he was claiming he was hit by a car. And in the state of Florida, that counts as aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. The way he and 2 other third-party witnesses are stating it happened is you were impatient, you came out, and you saw that he was there, and then you revved your engine and kept claiming you need to get around him, and then that's when you struck him with the vehicle, pushing him back.
When he was there, he was in front of the car. He stopped, so I couldn't
And then what
go
did you do?
anywhere.
Yeah.
I tried to explain to him, I'm just trying to turn left into this intersection.
I understand, but when somebody in a yellow jacket...
Something tells me the way he's explaining it, like so calmly, and then I told him that I was trying to do. No. I'm guessing he was going, I want to tell you. So yeah.
Who's directing traffic around, construction going on, you need to abide by the traffic control devices that they have set up.
Well, it was confusing because it had turned slow.
11 on 3.
Slow. It had turned too slow, and then
You had no patience.
and I couldn't tell how many cars. There were other cars that were workers in that lane.
Okay, just stand right there for me, okay?
Don't stay here.
Yes, just until the patrol car passes by.
Did he explain to you what we're doing?
Yeah, he said.
Why are you calling 214?
He said that I'm pretty much gonna identify him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is right there on that little bend before we came in, or not, like, I guess on that side if we would have kept going straight. This is where he actually did it, and then he said he had to turn in left. He was freaking out saying he had to turn left.
Yeah, I believe he was freaking out. He looks like a freak-outer.
Officers then conducted a show-up as part of their investigation. These are used in instances when a suspect is apprehended in close proximity to the crime and within a reasonable time frame. In addition to location and timing, if the physical description reasonably matches the suspect, a show-up may be performed. During a show-up, multiple procedures will take place. The victim and/or witness will be transported to an appropriate location to identify the suspect. In the case of multiple victims and/or witnesses, they must be separated. Victims and/or witnesses will be notified beforehand that the suspect may or may not be the perpetrator. Immediately after the show-up, the victim or witness should provide a statement about their level of confidence in the identification. People involved are prohibited from making any suggestive remarks that may sway the identifier one way or the other, and the show-up must be thoroughly documented regarding each and every detail.
It doesn't matter who you are, okay? There are consequences to breaking the law and, not trying to hit someone with your car, even if it was just a little. It's wrong. It's wrong. Wrong.
I mean, he's got his glasses off, but yeah, it's the same shirt and it's literally the same hair.
Alright, so are you 100%?
Yeah, it was literally the exact same. The only thing that's different now is he doesn't have his sunglasses on, and I think he was wearing a black hat too, but I don't think he's got that on either.
So the only difference, he just doesn't have his...
He just doesn't have the glasses and the hat on, but the same gray hair, the same face, the same shirt.
I mean, based on the witness statements, based on the victim identifying you as driving the Porsche that he photographed, hitting him, I have probable cause to make an arrest for a aggravated battery.
Like he was hit with a car.
Okay. I just got a few more questions for you. Do you know what year it is?
Do I know what year it is?
Yes, I know these. They're going to sound crazy. It's just something I have to put in my report.
1922.
Do you know that the President of the United States is?
Right.
Do you have any weapons on you or anything I should be aware of?
No.
Okay.
1920.
No knives, guns, anything like that? Yeah, on you.
No.
You don't have anything? Okay. You've been compliant with me. I don't have to put the handcuffs on behind you. I just put them on in the front so it's more comfortable while we drive down. Excuse me, ma'am?
So he's arresting me for some loony that is claiming I hit him with the car. And he ran up, put his hood on the car, put his hands on the car, and there were other buddies who were standing there and then he was swearing, cussing, and said, you gonna run me over or something like that. No.
So if you wouldn't mind just putting your hands out like that.
I kind of feel sorry for him. I guess I'm a softie. But you shouldn't have done that, sir.
Okay.
Hope you learned your lesson.
You're not having any medical complaints?
Right now?
No. Yeah.
No.
Okay. All right. Am I just walking me down to my car over here?
So what
I can explain everything to you. We'll just do it at my car once he's, secured in my back seat, and I'll let you know. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind. So before I put you back.
I don't think this guy thought this would go like this. He would end up getting arrested. Obviously, just shows you, man. You must think before you do stupid things, especially out there in public.
Sure. There's nothing else on you that I should be aware of? Any other properties? Just not take a seat for that. You just kind of slide in like you normally would, and then that's made so that I can talk to you.
Okay.
At least he's not resisting.
Short neck.
Sorry about that. Alright. I can open that partition for you to let some AC back. It is going to get a little hot because it's not easily ventilated. Earlier today, he was driving the Porsche. What happened was, according to the victim and two other witnesses, he cut out into the oncoming lane against their wishes. They're telling him, "Hey, stop, stay here, you can't go." He cuts out. Then he was told to stop by our victim. The victim, comes over, has him stop. He apparently stops in the roadway, and then he's standing in front of the vehicle, and then that's when he revs his engine and drives into it. thus
that's hard for me to believe because he is a gentleman.
I understand. We're going off of two, like I said, two witnesses, and the victim's statements. They're all exactly the same. I had to drive back and forth to.
But you know, some gentle people can also lose their temper. So I know I kind of feel sorry for this grandpa. I'm just a big softie, I think.
And I asked them these questions, separately, and they all gave the same exact story.
Well, maybe they all talk to one another, instead of, hey,
that's why.
We got a guy on the porch, let's just
That's why it was handled the way it was. They had no idea the police were called. It was actually the victim. He called on his own. It wasn't like a job site. They were like, what are you guys here for? They had no idea. So
I just find that really, he would not, he's the kindest man you ever met in your life.
I understand, but that's what we're going on.
So now what happens?
He's going to be transported down to the Flagler County Inmate Facility in Benel.
Oh.
Yeah, but I mean, if he did break the law, I kind of feel sorry for him. Is it just me? I feel sorry for him. But he did break the law, I suppose, even if the guy was not seriously hurt. If he did do that. So I guess he's innocent until proven guilty. I watch my Law and Order.
You've got to be kidding me.
He committed a felony, man. That's why we're doing it the way we're doing it. I don't have any discretion when it comes to making a felony of this.
All right, so you're taking them to you're taking them to prison?
So is this the wife now?
The jail, man.
Can I go there now? Or can he come out of here?
It's gonna be a while before he's booked in. It's gonna be at least 2 hours before he's booked in, and then.
Sir, stay over there.
He was over.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
All right. Any further questions?
No. So, do you have a phone number or anything I can call there? Or,
you
can come over? He's going to be with me.
Yes. Yeah. You can come over.
Come over here, Mike.
My partner wasn't here. He didn't know you were here as well, sir.
They're going to take him to jail.
So we have probable cause for he committed an aggravated battery with his vehicle when he struck one of the workers over there who were directing traffic. We had two witnesses who were, completely separate. When I interviewed them, you give the exact same story as to what happened and so what the victim was claiming.
Understand. So what's the bail requirement?
That's set by the jail. I don't personally set that.
So what happens now? Do I have to get a waiver?
I like this guy. He's just like, yeah. Where do we go from here? What's the bail? What's happening next?
I'm ready. He's gonna see a judge for first appearance, and then they'll let him know.
I gotta keep him overnight?
I don't know. Maybe.
Ooh.
This isn't a domestic case, so he doesn't have to stay overnight. I don't personally set that. That's all set by the jail.
Make sure Grandpa has all his medications.
Deputy Lane, you're doing your job. I can explain all this to her. We're okay.
This guy's just like, yeah.
That's stuff.
Let's go.
Can I have a better name?
Oh, shame,
We've been
man.
following this case for the last 2 years as it's worked its way through the Florida court system. Donald was charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. Court records indicate, as part of a plea agreement, Donald would plead guilty to battery and avoid jail time contingent on completing a diversion program involving anger management. He was also ordered to pay several $100s in fines and court costs related to this matter. Court records indicate that he completed the diversion program successfully. Accordingly, his felony charge was downgraded to a simple battery, which will remain on his criminal record. Court records also indicate he was represented by a private attorney, which may have anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000 for defense in a felony criminal case like this.
Whew. Wow. Oh, did anyone else feel sorry for the grandpa? But, if you break the law, there's consequences, and everyone has to pay those consequences. I do think that he looks like a sweet guy, but like I said, I could see that there was like a very impatientness about him, and that's probably what happened. He probably got impatient. The guy came to his car, and then he kind of lost his cool. The guy probably touched his car, and he got angry, and the guy was swearing at him. I think that's probably what escalated the situation. I guess that's that. Okay, so that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.